interview. My name is Kyle B. Thompson. I am the programming director for the Fort Myers Beach International Film Festival. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, COVID-19 has made a little bit of a pretty big impact on the film festival circuit. So we're thankfully able to bring all of this stuff to you virtually from the comfort of your own homes. I'm really excited to bring on this next person who they have a fantastic and really unsettling film called Method. So let's bring her on. Please welcome Maria, who's the lead actress in a film called Method. Hey, how are you?
I'm great, Kyle. How are you tonight?
Doing good. Maria, I didn't even ask how to pronounce your last name, and I got really nervous there for a minute. I was like, I'm going to butcher it. I'm just going to bring her in. So how do you say your full name?
Sure. My full name is Maria Argentina Souza.
Souza. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Your film, which you're the lead actress in, is such a uncomfortable film, if I may say, which I think is what you guys are going for. So for those watching, a little backstory. Did Rob direct this film, by the way?
He did, yes.
Okay, awesome. So Rob Grab, help you with that. Grab, oh, sorry. I worked with him a long time ago on a short film that one of my old buddies produced. So it was really interesting to see him come up in our submission fees. I'm like, oh, I know that guy. But for you, this film was probably, I would assume, pretty challenging. Tell us a little bit more about sort of what drew you to the project and why this story.
Sure. Rob had let me read the script before auditioning or anything for the piece itself. I found the writing to be really poignant and not, I don't know, canned or campy in any way. I felt the characters were both equally fighting for something, which I always find attractive in performative work. There is no clear right or wrong. There seems to be a justification for both characters. And it had such a clear arc, a clear beginning, middle, and end, and it was a solid journey. I felt drawn to the female character, and I feel like it's unfortunately a story that's all too familiar for a lot of women or women identifying people who want to pursue something for themselves. Yeah.
So for those who are watching, we would love to play a quick preview of the film to give everybody a sense of what this film is about. And it's great because Maria, you're in it along with the director Rob Graber. Let's take a look.
Things up for the night.
But I'm wearing a lace bra.
You have to be willing to express yourself fully. Stay focused on you. Yep. You have to be willing to reveal all of you. Slowly feel.
Wow. So who would that give everybody sort of a gist of what this film is about? So a couple questions. Where was your mind as an actress? What did you do to get prepared for a role that, quite frankly, is pretty serious?
It's interesting for me to hear you say serious. One of the relaxing and comforting things about this role is that it focused on an exercise that we did in graduate school quite often.
Okay.
Like that personal moment and unwinding for bed and being relaxed. So the process of filming it was actually something familiar. So I felt comfortable tapping into that vulnerability because I had familiarity with the exercise.
Wow. Okay. So you sort of had some rehearsal before even getting into production. Wow.
Years before.
Right. Led to this moment. So here's a crazy question. Did Rob shave his eyebrows for this?
No, he did not.
Okay. Because my judges were asking about that. Because it looks like there's this. Was that like did he do that was there any makeup involved there, or did you do anything to for the film?
I don't believe there was any intentional. Sorry, I just inherited a cat, so I
Okay.
apologize. She's a sweetheart, but she kind of startled me. I don't I don't think there wasn't any intentional makeup. Done. I can't answer that question.
Yeah, no, okay. So I met Rob a couple of times. So and then it could have been the cinematography. It looked like there was something about Rob that I was like, I don't remember him like this at all. And maybe it was just that's how good of an actor he is, just like the creepiness. And I was like, who is this person? So maybe that's what I thought, and maybe I can't quite pinpoint it, which I think is a testament to the film. It's great. So when you went into this, as an actress, did you have what was sort of maybe your goal, or what would your hope for the film to be long term?
I mean, I would love for as many people to see it as possible. I think it's great that it's been able to go to some of these film festivals. I hope that continues. What I love about this film is that it addresses a current topic without shoving it down anyone's throat. It is uncomfortable, and that was the goal of the film, to kind of instill discomfort so that people would have conversations, which is what I feel is kind of a common rhetoric in today's world. Like we need to feel discomfort in order to have conversations to make change.
Yeah.
And this film, in my opinion, does that.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. And this might be sort of piggybacking off of that question, and you may have already answered it here, but what are you most proud about with this film and obviously the role you played?
So I'm a stage actor. So this was my first film.
What? Really? Oh man. Well done.
I'm really proud that I had the courage to do it.
Well done. Which is interesting. I as a filmmaker myself, I feel like a stage actor, and sometimes it's hard for them to sort of get into the film because they're so used to the stage, and I would have never guessed that. So absolutely amazing.
That was really embarrassing.
No, it was. I mean, really well done. It's beautiful. Well, that's incredible. Yeah. So what are you? So you've been an actress for how long now? You mentioned it.
Yeah. So I started performing when I was a junior in college. So around I'm going to age myself, but 2007.
That wasn't the goal of that question, by the way. I apologize. So 2007.
No problem with it.
So this is your first film, which is absolutely incredible, and so that's a pretty long journey. So what if you had to give yourself, your younger actress self, one piece of advice? What would it be?
To not be afraid, to speak up for myself in uncomfortable situations earlier than I did.
Wow, that's awesome. That's a really good piece of advice.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I ask that question a lot because I think people who are making it a journey, right? I think any type of performance, filmmaking, producing, it's also like I'm so awesome, proud to see Rob directing now. I don't even know if he remembers me. If he does, tell him I said hello.
Well, I'm sure he does, Kyle.
I know he does. I'm like, I'm gonna probably call him after this. He's probably like, who's calling me? But I mean, to see that journey for him, and obviously to talk to you about your journey, is really incredible because this industry, it's tricky because we get so sucked into looking at other people's work and comparing that to ourselves. So that's why I always ask that question. It's like, what's the advice you could give yourself, and what are you most proud about? Because those are the moments I think people need to start looking at more, and not the success of others. I always say, keep your eyes on your own paper, because that's what sort of brings it full circle long term. If that makes any sense.
I love it, and they're great questions.
Cool. I'm glad it works out. So the film has been doing pretty well in the festival circuit, right? I think you guys were in obviously our festival, and you guys were in Beaufort, I believe, if I recall correctly. So what's the next step, or what's your next hope for this project? Is it turning into a feature? Is it more festivals, or if you even able to answer that question, maybe not.
That might be something that Rob can further elaborate on. I remember talking about the film kind of while we were shooting, and then later in the summer about perhaps turning it into a longer story. But, you know, the world has kind of been flopped on its head too. So I'm not really
Here we are virtually. So,
right? So
I know. I was really hoping, you know, I'm really happy that you guys were super understanding of all of this. Obviously, with everything that's going on in the world, it would be selfish of us to try to put a film festival on in Florida right now. So we obviously wanted to keep everybody safe and want to make sure everyone was comfortable, but also we want to do our best to bring people closer together. One of our goals at this festival is to network, bring people closer together, and build those connections. And we're doing our best from home right now, but I'm hoping you guys can join us in 2021. We're going to try to replay some of these films. So if you guys want to come down, I'm based in Philadelphia, but if you guys want to come down, it'd be great to have you guys, because I think your film has a really powerful message, and I think it's definitely going to shake people up a little bit. I think it's for what you guys were going for. I think you guys nailed that. So you should be really proud of this film.
Thank you, Kyle. And it's really lovely to have this conversation. I know things are challenging and difficult. I am thankful that you are continuing to make those connections and provide platforms for people to talk about film and talk about art. And it's also just nice to meet you tonight.
That's the crazy thing about all this. It's like some of these people I've met in passing, and some I'm like, all right, this is going to be new. It's just like, turn on the camera. Hey, what's up? So definitely a new world. So as an actress, what are you working on now? Anything? Do you have anything upcoming projects, or what are your next steps?
So dabbling in this new virtual world. I'm a part of a couple of collectives that are going to be hoping to launch some projects here. One is based in New York. The other is coming out of Santiago, Chile. And then I have a play on standby for maybe February, depending on what happens with the virus. And I'm directing a production of a play called Hades at the moment.
Oh, no way. Oh, congratulations. That's fantastic. That's so exciting to hear. I think, like I said, I mentioned this before, I think creativity always finds a way to grow, even in times like this. So it's great to see you. Yeah, right? So listen, Maria, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. Your film, again, you guys should be really proud of it. For those who are watching, guys, Method streams September 26th at 5:30. I'm really excited for everyone to see it. But please, where can we find you? Are you on social media, website? Can anybody watching find you somewhere where we can stay connected with you?
You can use my website, maria-argentina-souza.com. I am on Instagram. I'm really bad at social media, though.
It's okay. It's all right.
Contact me through my website.
Gotcha. Website it is. Sounds good. Social media, everybody. It's hard to understand it. But for those who want to stay connected, now they know kind of where to find you. Maria, thank you so much for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. We'll talk soon.
This is a great pleasure. Thank you so much, Kyle, and thank you to Fort Myers.
Absolutely. Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. A fantastic film. Please watch Method. It's really, for me, it was a serious film. All my judges absolutely loved it. They were blown away by it. So they should be really proud of it. Guys, my name is Kyle B. Thompson. Please follow me on Instagram. Stay connected. The big thing about film festivals, especially nowadays, we have to stay connected and we have to stay closer more than anything. So hopefully you guys stick around. The festival starts September 22nd. I'm super excited. I'll be there. Hope you are there virtually. Until then, take care.